Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. I'm Marius. I'm a business analyst and Odoo point of sale expert at Odoo. And I'm hopefully accompanied by the amazing Erwin, which is also a point of sale expert at Odoo. You're using Odoo point of sale or any other point of sale system, and you're wondering how you can make the best out of Odoo, then you're definitely at the right place. We will try to show you how you can have some tips and tricks to better use the point of sale system of Odoo. In the first place, I will present you how you can use the barcode nomenclature in order to being more efficient, going faster in the point of sale, and increase customer satisfaction. In the second place, I will try to show you how you can use the optional product. Afterwards, we'll show you how you can use alternative payment methods in 3 different ways, and she will finish by explaining why the opening of a session is not instant and how you can increase the speed of your session opening. Let's get to the earth of this presentation. You might not know how it works, but barcode nomenclatures can be really useful for you in order to be able to increase customer satisfaction and go faster in your point of sale. I will show you how we can use weighted barcode. For example, let's have an example. Yeah, bulk coffee. Your customer comes in your shop, and he can take some bulk coffee, any quantities he wants, and you get an automatic weighing scale that he can use that will print a specific barcode with a specific nomenclature that you can then scan at your cashier afterwards to get the right quantities in your point of sale. We will also see how we can use discount barcode in order to be able to give some discounts to your customers.
And Marius, do you know if it's easy to identify customers as well?
Yeah, it's completely easy, and we will show it to you right now. But first, remember that barcode nomenclature is a standard and pre-configured feature, but you need to be in debug mode in order to use it, access the menu, etc. So I will show you in Odoo how it works. Here, because I'm in debug mode, I'm able to search for my barcode nomenclatures. I can open the default one. And as you can see, these are all the pre-configured barcode nomenclatures that already exist in Odoo. As I told you, we have the weight barcode with 3 decimals. This is for weighted product. So if I open it, I can see the type is weighted product. And it works like this because Odoo has to know that you are using this specific barcode for weighted products. You get the barcode pattern, which is the most important here, and it's composed of 3 different stuff. You got 21 here, which is a prefix that identifies this specific rule, and then 6 dots here that will be the identifier of your product. So it can be 6 any digits to identify your products. And finally, you can see here that you got the 2 N's and 3 D's. It's 2 numerals and 3 decimals, in that case for kilograms and grams. So that's quite easy to understand. We can also see that we got the discount barcode, and it's built a bit the same way. As you can see here, you got the 22, which is a prefix to identify that any barcode starting with 22 will be for a discount. And then you get 2 N's, it's 2 numerals. For example, if I got my barcode that is 2230, it will be a 30% discount. And finally, we got the customer barcode, and the customer barcode works pretty much the same. We just have here a prefix in the pattern, and then you can have any numbers to identify your customer. Let's have a look maybe on a product info, how it can work. So on my product bulk coffee here, because it's a weighted product with the unit of measure kilograms, I have the possibility to add this weighted barcode. As you can see, it's built like this. 21, it was a prefix to identify that it's for weighted barcode. And then I got 6 digits to identify my specific product here. So it can be any digit, it's a barcode, okay? And finally, I put the 5 zeros, and my weighing scale will print the exact same barcode, except for the 5 zeros, because, for example, if the 5 zeros are replaced with 00450, it will be 450 grams. We also have pretty much the same for customers. Here, my customer Brandon Freeman. In the sales tab, I got the barcode for the point of sale. And as you can see, it starts with 042. It's the prefix I showed you in the menu. And then I got any numbers to identify my specific customer in that case. So how does it look in a front-end app? I'm pretty sure that you are not able to read my barcodes, but you will have to trust me on these ones. I have my customer, Brandon Freeman, who comes and he says, okay, I'm a usual customer at your shop, and I would like to identify myself in order to get my loyalty points, etc., etc. As easy as that. Before that, I gave him a card that I can scan every time he comes. So here, I got my card. I scan it, and as you can see here, automatically Brandon Freeman has been added to my order. Then it tells me, okay, I just waited some bulk coffee and I would like to buy it. So no problem. I just need to scan the barcode that the weighing scale printed. And here, as you can see, the bulk coffee has been added with the exact quantity. So I got 0.45 kilograms. So because at the end of my barcode, remember, the 5 zeros have been replaced with these numbers. And finally, Brandon tells me, okay, I would like to get my discount because I had a coupon. No problem, I can just scan it, and automatically the 30% discount has been added to the order. As easy as that. So now I just need to finish my payment and validate. So as you can see, yeah, I would say it's really easy, right? So we've seen how we can use barcode to increase your customer satisfaction because everything goes faster. It's really easier to use the point of sale with these specific barcode nomenclatures. Now, let's have a look at the second tip. You might want to get some information about your product, but of course you don't want to go back in the back end of Odoo on the product form, and every time you need to see it. So, pretty easy, since version 15 we got this product information pop-up directly in the point of sale front-end app. It's quite easy, and if you have an optional product set on the product that you will open, it will directly open the pop-up automatically. Quite easy. Let's have a look at how it works in backend first, because I want to show you my product here. My conference share, you got this, and in the sales tab, I got my optional product, share flow protection. It's easy for your vendors to be able to see that they can propose to customers some optional products to sell. So your customer is able to get more information about what he can buy. So in the front end, I can just click on my conference share easily, and automatically my pop-up appears. We got different information, some financial ones. Okay, we got the cost, the margin. This can be hidden from usual users that are not managers, of course. And we got different price lists if your customer is from another price list. We got some inventory information too, like it can be useful because if you don't have it in stock in your own shop, you have the stock of the other shops, and you can advise your customer to go to another shop. And it works the same with replenishment. Okay, I don't have it in my shop, but hopefully I know that I can be replenished within 2 days, so you can come back in 2 days. I will order it for you, and you will be able to buy your product. And finally, we get some information about attributes, but also, most important, optional products. So I'm able to upsell. I'm able to say, okay, you want this product, but don't you want also to get some share flow protection with it? Yes, of course. So I just click on it. It leads me directly to that product. I just have to click and add it to my order. As easy as that. And then finish the payment for my customer. So we've seen it. Why can we use it? Just to summarize a bit, we get the automatic proposition of optional products for a cashier to be able to sell it to your customers. We get some inventory information in different warehouses, but also replenishment information if you don't have it in stock. It's really useful. And finally, what we have is some financial information that can be useful for you, but also for your customer.
Okay, tip number 3, how to use alternative payment methods. So would you like to offer your customers more payment possibilities besides the classic ones? Well, you can do this with the following payment methods. So we have the customer account. This is an accounting feature. So we will be using the receivable account for this one. And this means that you will also need the accounting, which is not a problem anymore today. We also have the e-wallet. So this can be seen as a virtual wallet where you can load a certain amount of money on it, and your customer will be able to pay later for purchases. And finally, we have the gift card. So the gift card will be working on basis of the barcode. I think you all know what gift cards can do. In Odoo, you can have virtual gift cards and also physical ones. For the e-wallet and the customer account, you would need to identify the customer. So that's the only prerequisite for those options. So how can you use these payment methods? So first of all, you could give the option to the customer to pay on credit or pay later. This is the typical use of the customer account. Then you can also give the option to the client to deposit money on his e-wallet, for instance, gift card, and as well on the customer account. And he will be able to pay with these payment methods later on for future purchases. And finally, you can also choose to refund the customer instead of using cash, for instance. You can refund the customer on one of these different methods. Okay, so let's see how this works in Odoo. So to activate the e-wallet, for instance, I will need to search the product into the point of sales app. And I have here the product that I will add into my cart. Of course, I can just change the amount on the fly. This is not a problem. But I will need to identify the customer. So I will scan the barcode of Brandon Freeman. And now I can see that he is just here, and we can proceed with the payment. So let us imagine he's paying by bank, and we will validate the order. So if I now go into my backend, you will see here, I'm just going into my point of sales application, going on my e-wallet program, and now I can see that I have two e-wallets here. And one is from Brandon Freeman with a balance of $50. Great, so now he can come back into the shop and actually buy a product with his e-wallet. So the first step is, of course, identify him once again, and then we can add our product into the cart. So let's, for instance, take this chair. Great, so what I can see now on my screen is that the e-wallet pay is activated, so it's very easy to use. You can just click on it and you can proceed to the payment. Great, so if I now go back into my backend, what I will see on the e-wallet of the customer is that the balance is 0. So that was quite fast. So why is it interesting to actually use these payments? So the first one is very instant, it's quick and efficient. You don't have to wait for a payment transaction to take place. You will also avoid using cash payments, so you will minimize errors in the shop, and you will also ease your closing control at the end of the day. So by using these methods, you will also increase customer satisfaction by proposing different payment methods to the customer, and you will also increase customer retention, as the customer, for instance, if you take the case of the refund, would come back for a later purchase. Finally, all those different payment methods are fully integrated with the Odoo apps. So we have the e-wallet and the gift cards, which are cross-module features. You can use them as well on the e-commerce, the sales, and the point-of-sales application. Finally, we have the customer account. This is a fully integrated with the accounting. which means that you can easily follow up on open amounts of customers and send follow-ups when needed. Good. Tip number 4. So increase the speed of your session's opening. So why is the opening of the session not instant in Odoo? Well, in the point of sales application, we support the offline feature or working with an unstable connection. In order to avoid losing any information, we are going to load the app into the browser. And when loading the app, we of course need to load all master data in order for it to function, and models too. So of course, loading data, the speed of the session's opening will depend on the volume of the data loaded, and this can take a minute or two. So we of course have options to increase the speed of the session opening. So how can we do that? So the first selection would be to select the available in POS option just here on the product form. So this will actually tell to the point of sales which products should be loaded into the POS. You might not be selling your whole catalog into your shop, so this is a first selection you would need to do. Then we also have the product categories. You can add a POS category, and you can put in the configurations which categories can be loaded into the POS. Finally, we have the limit loading feature. So this is a feature that is available in debug. So here we are going to predefine the amount of products to load at the session's opening. So by default, we have 20,000 products loaded and 100 contacts. Of course, you can adapt this number to your needs. And you also have the option to load the products into the background. Don't worry if this is not, don't worry at all if you don't find the product. It will be loaded in real time. So how is data loaded? You're going to load products first by loading the start products, then services, products that were recently sold, and finally recently updated products. And the same way is going to be for the contacts as well. So thank you very much for your attention. We've provided you with 4 tips to make better use of the point of sales application, and yeah, thank you for listening.
We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. That was very clear and amazing. Just wait a minute because the question is coming. Can you show us how to... just wait, because...
This one.
It's coming.
Yeah, no problem.
It's coming, just wait a minute. Okay, maybe we can start with the
first question, I think.
Yes. If a product is not loaded initially, can I still sell it?
Yeah, you can still sell it, of course, if you're online. Odoo, the browser, will just download it instantly, so no problem to sell it.
Okay, there is discussion about Barcode.
I think there's a question about how to sell and deliver later. The second question, maybe I can show you fast how it works. We got a feature actually, but I don't know if it's configured now, so I need to check in my configuration, but it's possible to sell and deliver later. So it's a feature in the settings that you have to activate. It's called ship later. And in my point of sale, I should be able to do it now if I got my customer, of course, that is set. So I got an address, here, for example, Azure Interior. And I got this ship later button. So what it will do is that it will create a delivery order in the backend in the inventory app easily. So no problem at all.
Okay, thank you. There is a question here. Can the gift card nomenclature be changed?
Yeah, you can always change the pattern of any. You mean the gift card?
Yes.
No,
Gift card.
this cannot be changed.
Okay.
No.
Maybe another question. Can I use the discount barcode for an amount instead of a percentage?
No, it's strictly used for percentage discount. So actually, you just can do it with the discount in percentage. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. There is a lot of questions about
Yeah.
discount. Some are still typing. Yes, can we use the internal references to identify a customer?
I mean, it's possible. You just need to put it in the barcode of the customer. So as I showed you, you have in the sales tab on the customer form, on the contact form, you have the possibility to add the barcode, and you can put the internal reference in that barcode actually. So without any problem, I guess.
Okay. There is a question that we don't get for the moment. Is it possible to hide the cost of products from my cashier as they don't need to see it? See those?
Yes, indeed. This you can do with access rights. So when we have a POS user and you select this option, he won't be able to see this information.
Okay, so it's a question of settings. So
Yes.
Yeah, of user rights also. Yeah.
yes, all right. Okay. Okay. A lot of people like that.
Yeah.
How do you print physical card for customers?
It has to be done externally actually.
Okay, it's not with
if-
Odoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you're able to print a customer card, but that's not. It will be a PDF, so you don't have the possibility to print art cards like this.
Can you use UPC codes as well as barcodes?
I'm not sure about UPC codes. Can the people, the guy who put this,
Yes.
just precise the question, please?
Can you have more precision about the UPC code, please? Maybe one. There is. I don't know, just. I think. We don't get the information for the
I can
UPC
try
code,
to
so.
zoom in. Yeah. Okay, we can just switch for another
Yeah.
question.
Of the e-wallet, it's written at the end of the day on the end of day tickets. I don't know if you understand.
I'm not sure about the question, Hermine.
I'm not sure
Okay,
either.
can you just
No.
precise the question, please, Pascal? Because I'm not sure it's written
Maybe it's
at the end of the day on
maybe the question is how we see it on the end of the tickets. There is something.
If you want, we can. You can come at the post booth and we can have a look
Yeah,
together
would be easier.
to see that.
Okay.
There's a question about restaurant POS. Actually, there's a possibility to have restaurant features, of course. About the menu option, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Don't hesitate to come at the booth and we can discuss it.
Okay. For the moment, I think we made all of the question.
Yeah, I think it's okay, and we don't have time anymore. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
have a good day. J'espère.